So I have no idea if it's supposed to be a horror game or not, but I'm gonna live stream it anyways because it's actually kind of freaking me out a bit.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Of course. What's wrong with this thing?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
I don't trust what's behind that wall. I don't know if that's me.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Can I unlock this now?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Milton. 2003. Okay. By the way, I've just... Can I turn this on? No, wait, no, yeah, the power's off. Okay. I get it. You're like... I'm scared. I'm actually kind of terrified of this right here. Duh. Oh, that's been open. Yeah. Okay. Wait, is Molly on her? On the... Wait, Molly? Okay, I think that's a person. I think that's a person instead. I have no idea. Okay.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
What happened that night? Box TV?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, Edie. Okay. I thought that was pronounced as Eddie, not Edie. Oopsie. So it is a girl. Okay. Who's this? Dawn. Dawn is grandmother? Oh, wait. Is she the longest living member? She's the longest living member so far. Because if you look at all the dates, or besides Edith, Edith is I guess she's the youngest. No, wait, yeah, she is the youngest. Oh wow, Dawn died that same year she turned 17. She would be 18, 19 now. If this is actually a movie. Hey! Is that a viola or cello? Oh, that's one of them. That's a violin. Oh. Let's go upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Smart one.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
A actor. My friend Bigfoot. Okay. That's nice. Wine. Is that wine or is that... I have no idea. That's her room.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Why? Okay. This is Calvin and Sam, I believe. Yep, Calvin and Sam. Brothers, I believe. Yes. This I have no idea. Books. 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 Is that a penguin? I swear it looks like... It's a moth.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Wait, there was a senior? Edith? Huh? Edie? Or Sven? Sven and Edie. Or is that 7? Is it 7 or Sven? I have no idea. That's a leaf. So I guess we have to find that branch.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
The 20,000 leagues under the sea? Sea. Train car. A whale. Hey, fish. Another fish. Shush! I will come back down there and smack you. Oh right, we have a key, I forgot. Oh my god, what? Why would I unlock a book?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Chapter...
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Kitty cat.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Okay, that's my. Okay, that's my house. I thought that was a. I thought it was in the game. Like, huh? Okay,
But
let's
I
go on.
had no idea what was behind that door.
This is into.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly. We're in Molly's room. Diary. Dear
December
diary.
13th, 1947.
Okay.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay. Can we eat the hamster? Gerbil food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Can I go sleep? Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep. I have a fish. What's this door? Bathroom? Bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
She ate toothpaste. Maybe try again. No. What is this?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Eat the bird. Where's the bird?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Huh? What sense does this make? On to the next branch. Okay, hold on, wait. Okay. Let's go. Hop.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room now. Why am I a cat? Am I a cat? Alright, okay, I'm this. Up here. Yeah, parkour skills. Why is the cat purring? Roberto. Where Birdo? Roberto up there. Okay.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Ah. Where's the bird? I lost the bird. How the flat do I get up there? Do I go up here? Into up there? No. Maybe I go back over. Up to there. Up to there. Well, I'm confuzzled. I'm confuzzled. Cause I can't make that. Wait, maybe I.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
I'm confused.
Rabbits.
I see one. You ain't escaping me, boy. Let's go. Yeet. Yeah. Let's go.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Okay, find something bigger? Like what? Where's everyone watching this? Somebody's watching me play like an.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What sense does this make? What? Why am I a shark? What? Ah! No! No! Water! Water! Where the frozen water? I must be one beefy shark. Oh my god! Ah!
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Heard they were soup. Oh, I don't know. Fishy, 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 fishy. I'm coming for you. Hee hee hee.
Fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
What the? Followed what? Gimme, gimme. I lost her. Guys, I lost her. It's so hard to see. Where? Oh, right there. Yes, come here. I just want something to eat. Remember, in family, we're not finished.
Hi.
Hello.
Grabbed on tag.
Yeah! I got it.
When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Okay, what am I now? Am I a snake? I'm a fucking snake. Better come here. What? Or am I an octopus? I have no idea. What the flap am I? What am I? I feel like I'm a snake or a freaking octopus.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
This game makes no sense. First I was a human, then I turned into a cat, and then I went into an owl, I think? Yeah, an owl, then a shark, then this. What people? What are people?
Snack.
What? Huh? What? Snack? A sneak. It's a snicker. Okay? Okay, first anyway. Alright, attention cameras.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Quiet means slightly. Okay, let's go. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm gonna get you. Okay, can I like get in the building? Oh wait, hold on. Okay. That guy there does not care.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What am I now? Okay, I'm still listening.
Kraken.
I slithered onto the...
Kraken? It said a monster. I have no idea. Yeah. And a Kraken. Definitely not a Kraken though.
I got
Ew.
closer and closer.
Wait a minute. This is Molly's room.
All of my stomach started growling.
Can't eat. Okay, hold on.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Sea monster Kraken.
Sea monster. No. So, okay. I have no idea.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
like, she's the last one of her, well, family. Edith.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Shark. I was gonna find what she was.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
The crack. The owl. I guess I can tell. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what it was. She likes that. Okay. I don't know where to go. The other room? Can I go in here? I guess I go back? Too soon? I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
No. No. Let me out. Oh no. A birdo. No, a cat. Catto. Cat can go here.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
Odin. Do you guess who she was married to?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Daughter Edie, Sven, and Molly.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So Sven was Sven was husband. K, I have no idea. Sanjay? Sanjay? I have no idea. Some. Okay. Alright. Back at it again.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Sven.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh no. Can I push this back a bit more? No. I don't like that.
The only...
Wait, Edie. She was almost 100 years old. That's kind of crazy to think about, honestly. That's the oldest member of this entire family. Yep, that's the oldest member. Was Edie? But Edith. Well,
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, I don't like it. You can get out of here now. Oh, journal.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Okay. I honestly thought that said cupboard Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Okay. Actually, I want to look at some of this stuff. Thunder murder probe excludes. Does that date even match up? Hold on, wait. Calvin, 1950, 19. Wait. 60 or 50? Alright, so 60. He only lived 11 years. Sam lived longer. Wow. Thank you for crouching. Elton. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
Wait, do we have to fly off the edge? I'm gonna do it.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Yeah,
I
yeet.
told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
One more. Let's go. Yay!
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
He did fly.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
He did fly. He did fly. Space Boy did fly. Alright. I guess we can find about Sam, maybe?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
How long did Sam live? Alright. Alright. Butterfly.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay. For later. I don't know why I would need that. Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
No, it's back.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
What? Why are the candles taken out? There's only two meaning what?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I'm about to smack. Bam! Let's go. Wanna go? Fool. Let's go.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I'm a bitch.
Fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Round 2. Fight! Flap these man. Walter was to the left. This way.
Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And where he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't
Down for the count!
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I'm coming down there for you. Sorry about this. If he's gone, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah. Give it a sec. Go.
Man had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Alright, don't have to be constipated. Well, that was fun.
Edith told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Edie's been dead forever. Yeah. Okay, alright, let's put this up. Alright, and, passage. Passage!
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Now we know why this is broken. I didn't even know this is broken. I haven't been in there. Oh no, it's Molly. Where do I go now? Because that was Barbara.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Wait, but basement? I swear. This is the room I wanted to go into.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Will you shush? So annoying. Pool table. Nice.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
The dragon.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh my. Okay,
If there's a
interesting.
pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter. A fake view. He had to live down here.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Wait, okay, 1976.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Don't wanna. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It skipped from 1950s or like 1960s to 10 years after that.
I know it's out there somewhere.
What's out there?
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
Moldy.
And Calvin.
Calvin, like
maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Train!
Whatever's out there, I want you to know, I'm ready for it.
But you're old.
All of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
Can I
I'd be happy with one.
I hear a train.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
I heard a train and train go boom.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Well, so far I like Walter.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Wait, maybe 2? Who else could be alive? Wait, Milton. I guess Milton ran away?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse We made it real.
Choo Choo Boy.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Wait, so she's telling a story.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy. Burpy, derpy, derpy, flurpy, derpy, derpy. Okay, I don't know if the creators just got lazy or they just wanted to make this a rhyme scheme. Just, yeah, Burpy Jr., Burpy. Wait, Derpy Jr., Derpy, Burpy, Chirpy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Calvin, Walter, Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Gregory. Who is Greg?
Her dad
Who
had
is
been pretty
Gus?
strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Wait, so who's her mother? Is Dawn her mother? Like, is it Dawn? That's her. I guess Dawn's her mother.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Wait, where's hers? Where is Dawn? Dawn must be her mother.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So, she's telling the story for a newborn. That's why. Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
She dies.
Oh, well, yeah, I would expect she dies.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Where's over here?
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Yeah, cool. Oh, Bluebird.
Aw.
Oh, it's sleeping. I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking a picture of. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to take a picture of. Because the birds are over here. I really don't know what I'm supposed to take a picture of. I'm I'm not. I hear. I thought that was supposed to...
A little more gas in the tank, I guess. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No.
We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Fish?
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
To right. To the right. To the right.
Dad.
Let me get behind
He's gonna get hit in the head.
Do I have to do this?
you. Don, you don't have to do this. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Oh! Down.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Down. She down.
That's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Okay, well, Dawn's her mother. That's confirmed. I guess we go into like Gregory, Gus, or Dawn next. I have no idea. Let's go. What would say?
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
What's over here? Hello. What am I supposed to be checking?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Ah.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory. What? Greg. Greg lived a year. Never mind. He's the shortest lived. Oh my. Okay. Happy baby boy. Wait, hold on. No, no, like, no, let me see that. No, like, look at that back. Wait, okay. That's enough. Lawsuits been filed against you.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Come back.
Watching's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Whee!
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I'm a froggo. Ah, gotta get whoop-ah. Whoop-ah. Ah, whoop-ah. Bam! Oh, double kill. Let's go. Duck.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Am I supposed to get out?
It sure made him happy.
I gotta complete my mission. Let's go. Yay!
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
No, we drowned. He drowned? Wow. Yeet!
I wish
Under
he
the...
could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
Green baby.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Greg down. Grego. Grego the Ego. Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
My phone's probably been buzzing. Okay, I don't know.
Talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet... She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Dawn. Not gonna question. Alright, okay. Raise the flag. Breakfast time, quiet time. Duty's done. Greg. Be the baby. Mop, mow yard, sweep trash. Routine. Oh. Hi, true Captain Busy.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
A painter. We going in. You bet.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Lewis. That's all his paint.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
This way up here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. that part of him lived on.
Yeah, dude.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
This is interesting. So all the leaves were people that were married. Like Edie was married to Sven. Odin was married to, and I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. And then Dawn, her mother, was married to Sanjay.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. We began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. he began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
This is her room.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
The pen?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
So she turned the opposite way. Yeah, okay, no, okay, looks like we're going.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
The old house.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
The house.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Me?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Wait.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What's the kid's name? Tell me the kid's name. She died like a year later. Story about Giant Sparrow. For Shirley Dallas. Wow. This game was amazing. Ian Dallas. Or Ian Dallas, my bad. Josh was so... These are actual pictures. Oh my... It's gonna go down the whole house. From Edith to Lewis, all the way down. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love the replay a story. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, this game was amazing. Wait. It didn't do the death date. And we never saw, and we never got to see what Edith looked like. This game was actually very, very good. Story's great, graphics amazing. Pretty sure this came out actually 2017 is when this came out. I think this was Dawn. Greg Pryor, Kristen Avantrio. I butchered that name. Theo. Dan Valvo. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna try. Okay. Michael Alvin. I've not heard an Alvin in a while. Steve Green. Yes, please. Jeff was like, Jeff coming out here like, hey! Barbara's. Ben Keith. Wow. Melissa. She looked angry. She looked like an alien ready to kill somebody. I'm gonna get... I'm sorry. Peaches. A... This game's so good. What, so how old's that kid? Sony. I really hope this is Sony. This is the Edith Finch team. Eddie, Edith, Dawn, Lewis. Wait. Oh, we did see Edith. Wow. It doesn't show the death date of Edith though, which is what bothers me, even though we saw the death date, which was 2017. So she died 2 years ago. Yeah. I really want them to make another game, but start from like her son and go down the line from there. That would be a cool game. Like a follow up to all this. But this was good. Anyways, thank you for watching the stream. I don't know, I barely talked at all, but thank you for watching. And see y'all next time. If I could